Welcome back everyone. Today I'm going to be taking you through this neon pink eyeshadow tutorial. So we are starting with skin, but for some reason I decided to not film foundation on my eyeshadow base. No idea why I did that. But we're just applying the P. Louise base shade number 1 underneath the eye. As always, just angling it up towards my temples and just drawing some nice straight lines down my nose just to give it like a slight contour. And then I'm blending that out with my sponge. If it looks stiff to use, because I could not be arsed to wet this sponge. I always use my sponges damp, but I just couldn't be arsed that day, so it's literally the hardest thing ever, blending your concealer out with a dry, hard sponge. But yeah, we're just going to blend it like normal and take that nice and far at the temples. And now we're just powdering with the Huda Beauty Easy Bake powder. This is the shade Pound Cake. I always use this one to set. And then just doing my magic freckle trick. So if you guys want a tutorial on that, there is one on my IGTV at the moment. It's really simple, just like the easiest freckle trick ever. Costs like hardly anything, and it is just, the product lasts for ages and it's just so easy to do. But as always, I'm just going over my eyeshadow base, literally just to take those freckles off that area, because that's where we're going to be applying eyeshadow, of course. So now I'm applying the Revolution foundation stick. This is going to be my contour today in shade F13. For some reason the lighting shows as if I haven't blended the line out, but you can see clearly in my pictures that it is blended out. I just don't know what's going on there. But I always blend this out with like a stiff Real Techniques brush. This is one of their like really old ones. I don't even know what it's called, but I find it's a lot easier to blend it out with like a stiffer brush, because if you're using a loose brush it doesn't blend out as easily. I think the product can be quite stubborn, so the stiffer your brush the easier it's going to blend out for you. And then just setting that in place with a teeny bit of bronzer. And then I'm using MAC Oh Darling highlight as usual, just in all the normal places. This eyeshadow look is really simple, so I just want the skin to look really nice and glowy, but just nothing too crazy so it doesn't take over. And then using the Peachy blush palette by Makeup Obsession. So I'm starting in the crease with a baby pink shade. This is the lightest pink shade from the Stacey Marie palette. I don't remember the shade name, but it's the lightest pink that you'll be able to see in the palette. And I'm just going over my actual lid with the Helen E Neon Pigment. So this is the pink shade. What I'm doing is packing this on with a flat brush. You do not need a lot of product for this, because the more product that you use with these pigments, the patchier it'll become, because it doesn't really like to build on top of itself. So if you just build it up really gradually with a small amount of product, you'll be absolutely fine. But what I'm doing is taking that baby pink to tease the edges out, and then I'll be dipping into the lid of the pigment pot to take the tiniest amount of product and to just drag that out as well, and that'll really help it blend. But I'm just going back over now with a slight bit more of the pigment and just creating a more specific shape. And what this is going to do is just really create like a nice stencil for us to blend out. Then taking my fluffy brush again with a tiny bit of that pigment on it and teasing it outwards. You want to be careful you don't bring this one too high, because we are going to be adding a brow bone highlight, and you just don't want your shadow to be too high with such a bright colour. Here we are adding the brow bone highlight. So this is the middle highlighter shade from the Stacey Marie palette, and the exact same on the inner corner, mixed with a slight bit of the lighter one, just to make sure it's nice and bright. and then pop some lashes on. So this is my best trick for eyelashes. These are huge lashes for me, so what I like to do is squeeze them down towards my natural lashes so they merge together a little bit better, and this will mean that they're going to look a lot more natural along your lash line, so it means that they'll sit closer to your lash line than lashes usually would. And then applying my favourite mascara, which is the Wonder Lash from Primark, and just applying a really heavy amount to this on the lower lash line because we've gone for a completely clean under eye. I've just used a tiny bit of the P. Louise blank canvas paint in the waterline just to make sure it's really nice and bright. And then I'm going in with the MUA lip liner in Sincere as always, and then I'll be taking the satin lipstick from MAC which is called Creme de Nude. It's like a really light nude colour, but it's really good when you mix it with a slightly darker lip liner. And after adding a little bit more lip liner, we are done. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. It's super easy, so let me know how you get on, and I'll see you on the next one.